Hey guys, Be Nasty here. I'm going to try to get a British turn in Operation Caporetto out. It's the spring of 1915. I don't know what this is doing here. I've got a bit of a sick baby here, so I wouldn't be surprised if I get interrupted once or many times. But anyway, let's just dive right into it. I'm going to start off with some tech rules. Britain has two factories. Major factories are going to roll for wartime economy and for improved logistics. Beauty, 0 for 2. For purchases, Britain has 37 to spend, and they're going to spend all 37. I've got 3 colonials here for 6, upgrading a port for 4, so that's a total of 10. Then I've got a colonial upgrade for 2, and 2 more colonials, so that's 12, 14, 16. A Gurkha is 4 more, that's 20. 22, 25. Gonna lend lease an artillery for 30. Build 1 more infantry for 33. 1 more colonial for 35. And then 2 diplomacy rolls for Belgium and Greece. And I've just rolled 2 3s on technology, so I feel like it's already kind of preordained that these 2 rolls I'm about to make for diplomacy will both be failures. But who knows? Let's see what happens. Okay, so I've got black is Belgium. Black is Belgium. And I'm going to put on that side because that's the way that they oriented up there. And blue is Greece. So black for Belgium, blue for Greece. Trying to get these to stage 3 each. 1, 2, or 3 is successful. Well, interesting. So 2 for 2 on diplomacy. 0 for 2 on tech. So both Belgium and Greece go to stage 3. Okay, for combat moves, I've got a few. First, Zeppelin is going to go and try to hit Berlin. These 2 seaplanes are going to go 1, 2 to A5 and try to get this coastal sub. And then the other 2 combat moves that I have, this cruiser and this TBD are going to, with the boost, are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 and take a run at that German cruiser raider. And then these 5 units from Southern Africa are going to attack into Rhodesia for my final combat move. And then I've got a series of non-coms that I want to do. So I can't abide that color, but we'll start with the seaplanes attacking this sub. So 2 at 3. Oh boy, I'm nervous about what's going to happen later on in this turn. I'm getting some very low rolls. So that is a dead coastal sub. And next I'm going to roll for my Zeppelin in Berlin, or airship, pardon me. That's a miss. Your air AAA inherent defense is a miss as well, so that's a wash. So he will just fly right back to Lorraine. So that's like that, never happened. Then we'll come over here. Let's do this fight here. I've got a cruiser, which will be blue, and a TBD, which will be green. My cruiser, blue, is at a 3. My TBD is at a 1. And we will use gray dye for the German. Oopsies. For the German, and he is also at a 1. Okay, so blue at 3, green at 1, gray at 1. Nothing. No hits for anybody. Okay, so I will just put a white box around that guy to see where he wants to retreat to. And then the last one is the fight down here. So bring some dice down. So there is a river crossing here for me for the first round. I'm going to have a artillery at 4, not impacted by the river, because that's how artillery work. And you've got a heavy artillery, that'll be orange, defending at a 3. So red is my artillery at a 4, orange is your artillery at a 3. You hit and I do not. I'll lose a colonial. So I will have 1 infantry, like -1, +1, and then 2 infantry, or infantry and a colonial with river crossing at a 1, and you will have 1 colonial at a 2. So light blue is at 1, dark blue is at 2. Nothing. You've got a defending colonial at 2, and that's a miss. Okay, round 2. So now the river crossing is over. So I think actually what I'll do is boost the colonial so that I'll have these 3 are all at 2. So 2 infantry are regularly at 2. He's got an attack value of 1, but he's across the river now. I'll boost him with the artillery. So red is at 4 and blue is at 2. There's 1 hit. You're at pink 2 and orange 3. Rolled off. Okay, and the last round, artillery hits on a 4, and your artillery defending at a 3 misses. So that is 1 dead heavy artillery, and that'll be +1 IBP for Britain, -1 for Germany, and it will also be a free diplomacy if we can hold on to that for another round, or till my next turn, pardon me. Okay, so let's do some non-coms. I'll start with the things that I know I want to do. So this transport, using the major port in Kuwait, so from I6 is going to move 1. He's going to pick up these 2 infantry, and then he'll go to 3 to I5 and drop the infantry into eastern Egypt. So there's that one. Okay, the transport that's at South Africa, I think it's I1. They're just going to move 1, 2, 3, and just hang out outside of southern India. And then the transport that starts his turn in I5 is going to use a strategic naval move. So he'll go 1, 2, pick up a Gurkha and a colonial, and then go 3, 4, 5 to South Africa and unload the colonial and the Gurkha in South Africa. Okay. The cruiser and the TBD from I5 are just going to go 1, 2, and join this happy little British fleet outside of Constantinople. At the mouth of the Med, I've got a handful of ships. I'm going to take the cruiser and 2 TBDs and go 1, 2, 3, 4, and put them in A22. And the commander and TBD are going to go 1, 2, 3, and we're going to drop the commander here. Although he's effective, he's not, because I don't have a unit to pair him with. Anyway, I'll have the TBD drop him off, and the battlecruiser will actually move to C-Zone M7 as well. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. The units in Picardy, the British units in Picardy, are going to all march down to Lorraine, so I'm just going to toss them on the French stack just because, along with my ineffective commander. I'm going to take 3 infantry, and march them across the narrow crossing to Picardy, and then my transport will pick up infantry and an artillery and drop them off in Picardy, and the fighter, which is there, will go 1, 2, and also land in Picardy. Then I will move this infantry from the Midlands to London, and I believe that is it for Britain. We'll just place some units here. So start with these guys. I'm going to build the upgraded port right there. And for my colonials, put 1 in Eastern Egypt, 1 in Western Egypt, and I'll put 1 in South Africa. For this schwack of units, I'm going to build the fighter in Southern India, the Gurkha in Southern India, an infantry in Southern India, 1 colonial in Southern India. Sorry, I'm going to march this infantry from here. I'm going to march this colonial to Maharashtra from Southern Persia. I'll place a colonial in Southern Persia, and then the infantry in Maharashtra I'm actually going to upgrade to a colonial with my colonial upgrade. So that's that. And then I have just these units left. So the colonial will go in Ireland. This just dawned on me actually a little while ago, but Ireland, its roundel has the half Irish flag, half British flag, which means that is a colonial territory. It's not a home country territory, so and they have manpower of 1, so you're allowed to place colonial infantry in Ireland. So that's what that is. This infantry I will place in London, and the artillery for France I will send to Normandy, because the port facility in Picardy is not large enough to receive receive artillery. Pardon me. Okay, I guess that is it for me. So Britain has 35, and then 1, 2, 3 trade bucks, so they will have 38 in their bank for next turn, barring anything awful happening. So that is it for the British turn. Pass it over to AH next. Thanks, fellas. Bye for now.